Hello and welcome to this holiday edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news, events, and information. The Greensboro Police Department successfully completed its 3-year partnership with the U.S. Department of Justice's National Public Safety Program. This program helps cities reduce violent crime through data-driven strategies. GPD reports homicides decreased 42% in 2024 and continued to decline in 2025. In response, the U.S. Department of Justice awarded Greensboro a $500,000 capacity building grant to expand its crime reduction initiatives. One of Greensboro's most significant accomplishments is the development of its real-time information center. Through the partnership, GPD created policies, procedures, workflows, staffing plans, and established clear performance metrics to measure success. The program also supported the creation and training of new crime analyst positions, enabling the department to share information and intelligence in real time, allowing investigators to respond more quickly and effectively to emerging crime patterns. The grant will fund additional equipment, software, technology, and staff training. GPD became the first police department in North Carolina to obtain ATF's national certification as a crime gun intelligence center. This milestone enhances Greensboro's ability to collect, process, and analyze ballistic evidence in real time and strengthens the tracing of firearms through ATF's National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. This certification also established a dedicated team of detectives focused exclusively on investigating gun crimes, a core component of the department's strategy to reduce shootings and homicides. Congratulations to the City of Greensboro. For the 5th consecutive year, the city earned a perfect score of 100 in the 2025 Municipal Equality Index. The national report card from the Human Rights Campaign evaluated the laws, policies, and services of more than 500 municipalities nationwide. This is based on their inclusivity of LGBTQ people who live and work in the city. This year, a record-breaking 132 cities, which equates to more than 26% of all MEI-rated cities, earned the highest score of 100. The City of Greensboro scored highest among the following index categories. Non-discrimination laws. This category evaluates whether discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity is prohibited by the city, Guilford County, or the state of North Carolina in areas of employment, housing, and public accommodations. Municipal services. This involves the city's efforts to ensure LGBTQ residents are included in city services and programs. Law enforcement. Fair enforcement of the laws includes responsible reporting of hate crimes and engaging with the LGBT community thoughtfully and respectfully. Leadership on LGBTQ equality. This category measures the city leadership's commitment to fully include the LGBTQ community and to advocate for full equality. The Human Rights Campaign is the nation's largest LGBTQ civil rights organization, representing nearly 4 million members and supporters of LGBTQ equality in the U.S. The complete Municipal Equality Index report, including the scores for other North Carolina cities, is available online. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of the month. The 4th Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorsett Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Greensboro prides itself for being a welcoming city, touting a diverse population. The fair treatment of all Greensboro residents is the mission of the Human Rights Department. Coming up after the break, we'll talk about how the department administers fair housing, public accommodations, and language access. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Touting a diverse population, the fair treatment of all Greensboro residents is the mission of the Human Rights Department. Joining me now to tell us about its service model is Dr. Love Jones. She is the director of the city's Human Rights Department. Hello, Dr. Jones. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Carla. Thank you for having me.
Always good to see you.
Always.
For those who aren't familiar, start by telling us the purpose of the human rights work that you do for the city of Greensboro and how has it evolved?
Well, the purpose of human rights work is to, at its core mission, promote community harmony by upholding federal, state, and local statutes regarding the rights of individuals. But further, it's also about doing that through an internal lens. And that's one of the ways in which the department has evolved and the work has evolved. We now do internal and external work in the same vein. Additionally, we've expanded capacity so that there can be a better service model. The community has a lot of needs, and the fewer people you have serving those needs, sometimes the service is compromised. And so we have grown in some significant ways to make sure that the work that we do can be carried further. Another thing that has evolved is the way in which people understand the work of human rights, because there was a name change. It used to be human relations, but people kind of had to navigate through what that meant. Human rights is a little more candid and to the point. And so people are definitely creating more of a touch point with our department more frequently because they understand more so what it is.
Yes, and I agree with the name change. I think it's more relevant and people can resonate more so with rights.
Absolutely.
As opposed to relations. Is there a common misconception about the work that you do in human rights?
Yes, there are a few, but particularly there's this misconception that the work of human rights is to create an edge out or to push the needle more for some people than others, that it's about maybe helping some a little more than you help the population at large, which is the complete opposite. The key for human rights work is to assist people in the pursuit of fairness for all. And so whether that's through law, statutes, policies, and procedures, or just having a better understanding of individual experiences to create a universal culture of empathy and consideration, that really is the essence of the work. But some people believe that it's really about trying to advance certain groups more than others, and that's not true.
And the groups that you help have been in the shadows. So really trying to get them up to speed with where everyone else is, I think is the better way of thinking about it, as
100%.
Opposed to thinking somebody's getting privilege over another. Could you share some examples of the services offered by Human Rights and which services are requested most frequently?
So there's a broad range of services and support provided by the department. We have two divisions, and in one division there is a compliance arm, and then in the other there is belonging and engagement. In the compliance realm, that is mostly related to our investigative support. So if there are claims of discrimination, whether it's housing or public spaces or what have you, we have investigators who look more into the claims and come up with conclusions that then sometimes gives people rights to recourse. And that is a service that's frequently sought out, especially fair housing investigation. But then we also do landlord-tenant support. So that's where there is no discriminatory factor, but just a landlord and a tenant that aren't necessarily on the same page.
Okay.
We provide those mediation resources so that they can come to a better agreement, making sure that no one's displaced. On the belonging and engagement side, we have volunteers in the community who want to help different causes and lift information up to the city council to make them more aware of where policy and procedure may need to change by way of our commissions and boards. And so we definitely provide support to those boards and commissions, mostly administratively, some program development. So that we can really make sure that the volunteers have a stake in communicating to council and then serving as liaisons back to the community. And we have some of that same work that happens internally with our staff so that they can feel heard and feel connected to the work of the city.
Okay, and given the complexity of the types of cases and complaints that you receive, what is an example of what makes this work challenging?
The main thing that we grapple with as a staff is communicating effectively enough to the community their areas of agency where they can advocate for themselves, making sure that they have an awareness of what basic human rights they are entitled to.
Yeah.
Many times we find that people are either living in circumstances or conditions or navigating a system in a way that's keeping them at the background of their own rights and their own privileges and the things that they should have access to as a member of the Greensboro population. So teaching that and communicating that and helping people have the confidence to pursue those avenues of support, that is definitely one of the hardest parts, making people feel empowered.
Okay, and how do we empower them to connect with you and your team if they've listened to this and realize they need your assistance?
Well, there are a few avenues. You can go to the city website and there are a list of services there. But most specifically, if it's more urgent or you'd rather just talk to a person, you can contact 373-2038, and that will expose you to the number of different support lines so that you can get to a person who can then kind of walk you through what you need and educate you along the way.
Fantastic. Well, Dr. Jones, thank you for taking us behind the scenes of human rights, what it means, what you do, and how important it is. Please come back and give us updates on any new developments.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here's some special events happening this week on the town. Les Miserables makes a triumphant return to the Tanger Center with 8 shows January 7th through the 11th. Set against the backdrop of 19th century France, Cameron Mackintosh's Tony Award-winning production tells the story of broken dreams, unrequited love, passion, sacrifice, and redemption. Visit tangercenter.com for tickets and schedule information. The Grand Kiev Ballet and Carolina Theater present Giselle, the story of a peasant girl who falls in love with a nobleman disguised as a commoner. Known for its stunning choreography and beautiful music, the ballet features dancers from the Ukraine, Italy, Spain, the US, and Japan. Find tickets to this night of unforgettable beauty and artistry at carolinatheater.com. The Kathleen Clay Edwards Family Library hosts Living Landscapes, Connecting People and Native Plants on January 10th. Speakers Shannon Curry of Eisel Native Plants and North Carolina A&T State University instructor and landscape architect Preston Montague will discuss planting native perennials in the Piedmont. Learn more at greensborolibrary.org. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania comes to the First Horizon Coliseum for 3 shows January 10th and 11th. Monster Jam is the most action-packed motorsports experience for families, featuring world-famous trucks like Gravedigger, Megalodon, El Toro Loco, and more. Find tickets at gsocomplex.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Construction is underway for the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex on Gate City Boulevard. The 65,000 square foot facility is scheduled to open in 2027, but you can take a sneak peek at what's to come thanks to a realistic virtual online tour. Travel through select interior spaces to discover unique features that seamlessly combine the facilities and resources of a library, recreation center, and park into a singular transformative destination. This will be a convenient hub of social services for the surrounding neighborhoods. The facilities community-based program is a model for collaborative delivery of lifelong learning, recreation, healthy living, and other vital services. Take the virtual tour to experience how the design of the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex offers diverse spaces for events, meetings, and programs, all while honoring the unique history of the area. This project was made possible by support and funding from the City of Greensboro, Guilford County, Cone Health, the Public Art Endowment, and the Outdoor Recreation Legacy Partnership. For more information and to experience the virtual tour, visit the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the City of Greensboro. The Human Rights Department has published its third impact report, which is available online. The report provides an overview of the department's services over the 2024-2025 fiscal year and reflects the impact its programs made on residents and communities. It highlights the activities of the 5 department-sponsored boards and commissions, plus efforts to support the justice involved in immigrant communities. Readers will also learn how the department supported fair housing and established a new belonging and engagement division for the support and development of city employees. To learn more about the Human Rights Department, visit the city's website. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol, plus GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, happy holidays and best wishes for the new year.